What is up, YouTube fam bam? What are you guys up to today? Well, you guys are probably at home sitting there watching me. So, I wanted to get you guys an update on the Duramax build. This is part 3 of the build. Today it's been really hectic. It's been really windy. It's been, oh my lord, it's been bad. But I have some good news. I was able to get the bed primered yesterday. So I got the bed primered. If you see all this black right here, all this black is just to help me mark the high spots and low spots of the paint. So that way I get it nice and even when I sand it down. Got all these primered. Got that primered, but I seen a high spot that I had to take back out. So it's all good. That's primered. I got some new Bondo on here. Got to just sand it down just a little bit more, and then I got to match the body line. But that side's pretty much almost ready for paint. So I'm going to come over here. I got these areas bondoed. These are already ready for, almost ready. This one's got a couple areas I got to fix. Almost ready fully for primer. So got those. And then the whole bed too. There's a huge dent right here. We ended up fixing it. I'm probably going to put just a hair more on there. But other than that, it's good. So yeah, Duramax build is going very well. I am going to be taking that receiver hitch off tomorrow. I'm going to be ordering the roll pan with the actual receiver hitch that goes behind here. So it'll actually go back here. So, and then what I'm going to do is when I get ready to build my custom box and everything, that custom box is going to be built with the handle under, so I could just pull it out, grab my tool, whatever I need, be done, bam, bam, chicken spam, be good to go. So I am going to be building toolboxes in the bed, but that will be later on. If you guys never seen it, I'm kind of basing it off of the Ford Raptor Transformer truck. If you've ever seen it, or if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description on the next video on part 4. Sorry about that. So on part 4, that will be on there. Let me go ahead and show you guys the type of paint that I'm using. I'm not sponsored by them, and I'm not sponsored by Paint with Pearls yet, but I want to be. So here's my paint that I'm using right here. It's 2.8 VOC acrylic urethane high gloss bright white. This stuff is super bright. Then I'm mixing it with some antique white, and it's coming out with kind of like a little bit of yellowish white paint. It's got a yellowish tint to it. And then here's my pearl right here, if you guys can see that. Ooh, look at that beautiful pearl. So that is Paint with Pearls. That is with Paint with Pearls. Is where I got that from. It's Ghost Pearl. It's a blue one. It's a bluish type one. So it looks very beautiful. I can actually probably show you guys one on the truck if I actually go to the right side, which is the driver's side. So I can actually show you right here. So if you look right there, check out that blue ghost tint pearl on it. Yeah, I know there's a little mess up there that can be fixed and will be fixed because it is too big for the paint to hide it. So that is what I'm using. If you guys seen that little yellowish tint, it is the antique white. It is pretty much the eggshell. That's what antique white is eggshell. So I went ahead and got that stuff done. Next thing I'm going to do, possibly tomorrow, I don't know yet. I might be working on the greenhouse tomorrow. So I might not get part 4 out tomorrow, but I will get it out ASAP. So stay tuned for part 4. I hope you guys have that bell on so you can get the notification for when I actually post these videos. Stay tuned with this build. This build is going to get even more intense and even more crazy. This is just the beginning. So next thing we have to do is we have to get ready to repaint. We're going to be repainting the whole back right here all the way around and throwing the pearl in it with it. So then we have it all ready to go. And then we're going to get all the bed primered. We're going to get the cab primered. And then before we even spray the paint, the actual color of the truck, I've got to get the door jambs done so everything matches. That is going to be the hardest part. But keep up with the build. I'll try to get my camera out here tomorrow to where what I can do is I can actually record the actual video on my camera, go onto my laptop, adjust everything that I need to, do all the stuff I need to do, and then post the video so I can time lapse it for you guys so you guys can see how much work is actually having to be put into this. This has already gone on for almost a month now of just painting, sanding, all this stuff, because like I said, I did the whole frame. I repainted the entire frame, repainted the rear end, repainted the leaf springs, repainted all of that so everything looks new and fresh. I want the truck to look fresh when it shows up to SEMA or shows up to a truck meet, and people be like, man, I want that truck. Man, I want my truck done like that. I am gonna be here pretty soon too as well, building my own traction bars for this truck. Traction bars run anywhere from $500 to almost $800 just for like an okay set of traction bars is $300. For like the more higher priced ones, you get better quality, yes, but you're just paying for name brand. I don't want to pay for name brand. I can build myself a set of traction bars for this truck for under $300, and they will be just as good as a name brand one. And they will have Screaming Diesel or Screaming Duramax on it. So I'll have the SD with the little diamond look on it, and it'll say Screaming Diesel or Screaming Duramax. So come check that out. I'm gonna get ready to buy the metal here in the next few weeks to actually build my own traction bars for this truck. I'm gonna build them a little bit longer so it looks nicer. It'll all be painted, it'll all look fresh, it'll look clean, it'll look perfect. So stay tuned with the build. Part 4 will either come out tomorrow or the next day. Probably the next day is more likely, because tomorrow, like I said, I might be working on the greenhouse and doing some yard work. So I love you guys. Stay frosty. Have a great day. Tell your friends, tell your family. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get the notifications every time I post a video of the build. Keep up. I love you guys. Stay frosty.